Man, what's good? Let's get right into this shit. So, Smogon Premier League, Week 6, Blunder representing the Dragon Spiral Tyrants versus the Hallows representing the Team Raiders, Sun and Moon OU. A little backstory going into this match. My team had just risen from 4th to 2nd place last week when we destroyed the Wolfpack, which was the #1 team at the time. So we were 2nd place in the standings of 10 teams. But this week, if we beat the Raiders, we would have gotten 1st. So that was basically our goal going into this week, destroy this team and take 1st. When me and the Hallows played, it was Sunday afternoon. So yeah, I know this vid's pretty late. But yeah, we played Sunday afternoon, and the score was 6-5. My team was up 6-5. So if I won, we'd win the week, and if I lost, we'd tie the week. But if you win, you get 2 points added to your score, and if you tie, you get 1 point. So this win, like, it was really important for me to go all out this game. So yeah, that's basically the backstory. I actually really wanted to play Brofist, who is the Raiders Sun and Moon player, but the Raiders team really was not working out, so they had to put him in Gen 3 just to make space for some slots. Not saying anything bad about the Hallows, I just wanted to play Brofist really bad, but unfortunately I could not. But either way, looking at the team I picked today, or I mean 5 days ago, the team I picked is a team that another SPL player, Kickasser, made, and he brought week 1 actually. He actually brought it versus Brofist. I figured the Raiders will probably just bring similar type teams to what they just have been bringing in general. I figured they just bring some bulky offense, balanced shit, so I figured I'd just bring Kickasser's team, which I thought was really good. I really liked this team the first time I saw it. It looks really fun to me. It looks like the type of offense I like. I don't use Volk very often at all, so I figured it'd be a nice pick just because it's pretty good, and looking at his team, it's amazing. I don't even have to set up with my Volk for Flamethrower and Bug Bust to just kill everything. I have SD, Normalium, Z, Kartana, which is really cool because a team like this is pretty weak to zap those, Zardwise, stuff like that, and Kartana is able to basically lure those in. I mean, the tech has been seen before because, I mean, the team was used, so it loses some surprise value, but either way, even if you can predict it, how are you supposed to switch into Zeke? You get impact from Kartana. SD Scizor with knockoff, which is another mon I really wanted to use. I really wanted to use Scizor, and as you can see, he's fairly weak to Scizor as well, barring Rotom, unless I guess he Healing Wishes back into it or something. And then the last 3 are kind of like a defensive, offensive core. Rotom and Magearna, Rotom's Spadef, Magearna's AV. Together they can just check all Greninjas and shit like that. And the Landorus T is actually another very cool set that I liked. It's max attack Stealth Rock with Stone Edge, which is really nice for Tornadus T in the current meta. I thought that was a really cool tech as well, and something that led me to want to use this team. But looking at his team, it just looks like balance, dude. I mean, his team's weaker than mine, but it follows the exact same formula. Jirachi is basically Magearna. Landorus and Rotom are the same shit. Amoonguss is just he has another pivot. Gren is his breaker and spikes, I guess. Although I doubt he's even spikes because he has a Rotom. And then Mawile is his Mega Breaker again. So it's interesting team. I mean, he has Jirachi Healing Wish back in, but looking at the matchup, I was like, okay, just don't be stupid. Scizor or Volk should be able to do it. Just don't fuck around with Gren, and you should be good. That's basically was my mentality going into the game. So let's hop right into it. So he leads off with Landorus T, as I lead off with Landorus T as well. I was fairly sure looking at the preview that the Greninja was going to be Ash Greninja, or it was most likely going to be Ash Greninja, just because the Jirachi is more than likely Scarf. I don't know why you'd run Spadef Jirachi on a team like his. It just didn't make sense to me, so I assumed it was just Scarf. Gren. I mean, not Scarf Gren. Specs Gren, Ash Gren. But we both lead off with Landorus T, so I'm like, okay, let's just both get up our rocks right here as we do just that. Now, looking at his team, I was thinking, more than likely it's going to be Z-move Landorus. It could be potential Z-move Protean Gren, but I don't know. I figured if he led off with Landorus T, it's probably just Helmet. I mean, not Helmet, blah, Z. Sorry, I thought it was Z. Either way, I'm going to U-turn out of here. My plan actually was to U-turn straight into Kartana there, because I thought he would go for a an SD or something. I didn't think he'd go for a Z Fly or a Z Rock. I thought he'd SD right there. But I guess he is worried about the potential of HP Ice, so he goes into Rotom. Either way, this is a max attack Landorus T, as I said, so I'm able to sorry, I'm a little sick. I'm able to do a little bit of good damage. Going to Santana Bandana, the Kartana. I know he's look at all those rhymes, bro. I know the Rotom Wash is not Scarf. I calced it just to make sure it's not Scarf because I didn't see an item. And he's Fizz Def, which means I have Papa Berry. I SD on the switch to Amoonguss. And now I'm going to go for Zeke, get impact, and basically collect the kill. He goes into Mawile here. Gives me -1, and then the shit still dies in 1 hit, which was just insane. He told me this was a misclick, and he meant to go Jirachi, which sucks for him, but I'm pretty sure Jirachi would have taken Jirachi probably would have lived. I'm fairly sure it would have lived, but it would have taken a million%. But, you know, sucks. Sorry about that he misclicked. He goes into Greninja here. I'm not staying in, because I can't let this thing get an Ash off, so I go into Magearna. As he goes for Pulse, does 11%. Here I should have switched, hard switched. I go for Volt Switch, even though Landers is so obvious. I think at this point, like when this turn happened, I was thinking like, okay, I already won. Just don't choke now. Because if you get a kill in such an early, if you get a kill in like the first 4 or 5 turns, it's so easy to play like the sack matchup. Like you can just keep. Once you get a kill early game, I feel like it's easy to keep the like ball in your court. So like as soon as I killed the Mawile, I was like, dude, that was like his strongest Pokemon. What's he supposed to do now? I just gotta not be stupid. But either way, I go for a Volt here just in case he goes to a Mungus. I was like, whatever, it's the best play either way. But he goes into Landers T, which is fine with me, whatever. I even thought about Volt switching here on the U-turn, but I was like, that's not worth it. And he could still be SD Landers T for all I know. He goes for Earthquake here. I now go for Stone Edge, and I do 37, which is really good chip. As he U-turns out, I was actually supposed to be Helmet on this Landers. I made it Yachi Berry, and then right before the game I changed it back to Helmet, but then it didn't load up. But yeah, fun fact, it didn't really make a difference, I guess. But yeah, I do a good ass chip to that Landers T. Earthquake does 64 to a Mungus, so this Landers is going off, but he spores me, so I'm basically dead. Here I know he's 100% going to Greninja here, so he can just try and do some offensive type whatever. But I go into Rotom Wash, predicting that, which works out well. As he goes to Landers T, as I just defog. Yeah, so basically I just get rid of my own rocks as he just puts his back up right here as I Hydro Pump. And now I'm thinking, okay, well, regardless, literally he can't go to anything that stops me from defogging. He goes back into Grand just to fish for the flinch at this point because like he's so behind. He gets flinch here actually, and I was like, okay, whatever. It basically just means I can't Thunder Wave. Maybe I should have Thunder Waved, I don't know. But I Volt Switch anyway, and it doesn't even kill, which I was like, fuck, because I thought it would kill. I was like, okay, I just can't have this 2% Gren get out of hand. Fortunately, Magearna is able to just Volt Switch out for free as he goes into Jirachi. I know Jirachi is not going to be able to KO Rotom Wash with anything. They don't Resent Headbutt or anything like that. He actually goes for your Iron Head, which is like his best play because he wants to stop me from defogging or Thunder Waving. I don't know why I defogged first. I was just afraid of him going into a Mungus or Rotom. I was like, I don't want those guys coming in for free. Now I T-Wave. Volt Switch out of here, get a crit, still does jack shit. Go into Kartana, basically as a sack. I realized Kartana is basically useless now that I dropped its Z move. I can't really touch the Amoonguss. I go into Magearna here as he goes for Surf, and I see that doing a decent amount of damage, and I'm like, okay, I need to calm down. Magearna can still take a hit from Ashgran at max HP, so I just need to not let that thing die. The good thing is, rocks are gone, which means I can switch forever regardless. I go into my Scizor here, knowing that even if it's Scarf Fire Punch, it's not going to do shit because Scizor's pretty bulky. As he does go for Fire Punch, and it literally doesn't do shit. I knock him off, kill him, good. So I'm up 6-3 at this point. Game's looking very good. He goes into Rotom Wash. I bring in Kartana again. Like I said, it's a sack. Hydro Pumps, he knocks it out good. Able to freely bring in my Volcarona. Go for the Bug Buzz here, knock his ass out. And then he's going to bring in Greninja again. I'll use that as an opportunity to sack Rotom Wash because it's too low to really do anything at this point. Sack it, and then Magearna is able to Volt Switch again as always on the Amoonguss. I could even HP Fire here if I really wanted to, but whatever. If I had Ice Beam, I would have gone for it that turn, obviously. But I don't have Ice Beam, I have Energy Ball because this team's a little bit Gastrodon weak. Going to Volk here, go for Flamethrower. That shit doesn't even kill, and he stun spores, and so I was like, oh fuck. I already said GG at this point too, because I thought I won. Actually, no, I didn't say it. Yeah, he said GG, and I was like, yup. Alright, but then again, he tries to go into Gren because that's the only play he can make. Either way, he needed 2 pairs in a row. Because if I got paired there, I would have sacked. Who would I have sacked? Landers T. Then I would have gone into Gear, Volt Switched out again on Amoonguss, and then he would have had to get a pair again. And either way, I still had Bullet Punch from Sizz. So he could never Water Shuriken because then Gear would live. So yeah, either way, like the odds were super in my favor, even after being paralyzed. But yeah, it was an okay game. Kind of hurt him that he sacked his Mawile. That wasn't his intention. But either way, it was a pretty cut and dry game. Like everything I needed to do in this game, I did. There was nothing crazy about it. I'm 5-1 now, which I'm pretty happy about. It's a pretty strong record. It's like the best record I've ever had by week 6. Before like this, the best I ever had was like a 4-2 by week 6. But 5-1, which is cool. My games could have been better. Some of my plays could have been better, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the remaining weeks and playoffs. I'm really excited for playoffs at this point. Regular season, I'm fucking tired of. 9 weeks is so much. We already played 6 weeks. I'm like burnt out. I kind of want to take a break, but you know I got to keep winning, bro. Like I said, I want to get. I don't know how many wins I want this season. The best I ever did was SPL 7 when we went up to finals, and I went 7-3 or 7-4, and I won in finals too, which was big. To me, none of this regular season shit matters. I can go 8-1 in regular season. which is the max I can do. If I go 8-1, that's cool, but if I don't win in playoffs, then I don't really care how I did in regular season. That's the only thing I care about. I could lose all my games from here on out, but as long as I 2-0 playoffs, that's all I care about. But yeah, this is going to be my 8-win season. That much I know. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.